Good evening, ladies and gents. I know the last time I did a video, I said that I was going to be more active on social media and then proceeded to disappear for 2 weeks, but it's not without reason. Obviously, things have been a bit mad domestically and internationally over the last couple of weeks, but I've also been doing my own investigation into right-wing political parties in the UK. Now, obviously, I am right-wing. I'm a member of Advance UK. I am the founder of Advance UK, in effect, because I founded the Integrity Party and passed that on to Ben, which he then changed and morphed into Advance UK. But I have been investigating predominantly Advance UK, to be honest, because there are problems within the party. Now, obviously, it's my baby, and I don't want to. It's hard to criticise something that you create. It's Ben who deserves all the credit for Advance UK. But there are problems with it now, big problems. And we need to talk about them. Because there are certain actors within the party who are really damaging it. Now, I'm not going to name names, but anybody who is close to the centre, you'll know what I'm talking about. And the constitution of Advance UK it's been breached several times, and the college is not functioning as it's supposed to, and the entire Welsh team have been completely crapped on, and in the northeast as well. It's a mess, and the leadership, including Ben himself, know some of the individuals who are causing problems, and they're actively facilitating them rather than stepping in. Yeah, I like Ben. I think he's, I get on really well with him. I've got no personal gripe with Ben, but I don't like the way the party's going. So I have decided that I'm going to leave Advance UK. Now, the last video I did, I criticised Rupert for the way he started up Restore Britain. And that was based on information I had at the time. Because when I started the Integrity Party, it was for Ben and Rupert. Ben was going to be the chairman, Rupert was going to lead it. That was the idea. And I was told that those negotiations were at a very advanced stage and that Rupert had in fact agreed. Now, either through miscommunication or misdirection, that was not the case. So I owe Rupert an apology, and I am sorry. I now know that Rupert didn't start Restore Britain as a vainglorious attempt to gain power. He did it because he didn't feel like a merger with Advance UK was in his best interests. And following my investigation and now knowing what I know, I completely understand why. Advance UK it's rotting from the inside out. And if I thought I could stay and fix it, I would. Because I started that mess. I hope Ben does the right thing and closes the party down. I had reservations about Restore Britain because of some of the people that were gravitating towards it. But we had some of those same people gravitate towards us before Restore launched. The thing is, you can't control who is a member of a party, and you can't control who votes for a party. But Restore Britain are doing enough to keep those people out of the central decision-making process. Yes, they will go on social media and they'll speak for the party, of course they will. But the fact is, Restore Britain is not a Nazi party. It's not a racist party. It's not ethno-nationalist to the core. Yeah, there's an element of ethno-nationalism, and that's okay. It's okay to be white. It's okay to be English. It's okay to be an Anglo-Saxon and be proud of that. And it's okay to want your country to remain predominantly Anglo-Saxon. There's nothing wrong with that. That's not racist. That's just common sense. It's it's perfectly all right to say, as Ben says, that it's a civic bond. It's it's culture. It's who we believe, who we feel we are, what values we aspire to that drives the nation forward, and that's great, and I agree with that. But to infer that there is no racial element to that, well, that's just silly. But to infer on the opposite end of the spectrum that it is all about race, that it's all about being a white Anglo-Saxon, that is wrong as well. Because that does not a country make. It does not a culture make. These things are intertwined. You can't have civic nationalism and ethno-nationalism completely separate. They're part of the same thing. And to go completely to one end of the spectrum or the other is wrong, and it's not going to work. So I can see what's going on now in Restore Britain. I get it. I don't get where Advance are going. It seems that Ben doesn't see the writing on the wall. There isn't room on the political right for two parties with exactly the same policies. And forgive me, but there is no real difference between Restore Britain and Advance UK in regards to policy. Restore Britain is by far the bigger party. It doesn't have the same rot within it that Advance does. There's no room for Advance. I'm going to join Restore Britain. I have joined Restore Britain. And I intend to do whatever I can now to push the cause forward. It's hard to let go of something that you start. Very hard. But I passed my party to Ben because I thought it was the right thing to do. And it was at the time. But now, it's time to support something different. And I would say to Ben, do the same. Do what I did. You built something, but now you've got to pass it off because it's what is necessary for this country. And it's going to be disappointing for the members. I get that. But we've got to do what is right. We've got to put the country first. I've got no party loyalty. None. None whatsoever. Party loyalty is one of the most ridiculous things I've ever heard of. There's only loyalty to your family, to your country, and to your God. That's it. Do the right thing.